Hey,
What's up, bro?
I'm sorry, bro. I was looking at. I was planning to be all set up. I was talking to my daughter.
Hey, it happens. It's
Looking at
it's
her in
it's
the other
IG
room. We was
Live.
having a
It's
conversation.
what's up? Hey, it is what it is. This is the real life, the IG Live. This is
This is real life for real.
right. It's kind of crazy that
It's so real life.
yeah, it's crazy. Mistakes happen. And everyone's in the house, so it's kind
Yes.
of
Thanks for having me. First of all, I
no.
appreciate it.
I've been trying to get. We've always missed each other. I've been trying to set up. Either you left for LA, I was in Chicago.
We was
I
back and
went.
forth.
I just moved back from LA.
Yeah,
The
I
beginning.
heard. Laquita was
Yeah,
telling me.
I want to go back. It's just I had some health issues, and with the whole, I think I had corona. I took the antibody test yesterday because I was deadly sick in LA in December. Like,
Mm,
lost 25 pounds in 2 weeks.
wow.
Had the chills. Didn't eat.
Yeah.
Like,
Excuse me 1 second.
yeah, yeah, no good.
Can you go in another room? I'm so sorry. Go in. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I was petrified. Like LA, I love LA. Don't get me wrong. It was it was an experience. I mean, the parties were dope. I'm not gonna lie. The
I
parties.
actually wanted to talk to you because I was hearing some of the, Quita was telling me some of the moments that you were going through, and I've been in LA a while, man, and I just wanted to talk to you. So I definitely want to keep in touch with you outside of this, man, just to really talk to you, encourage you, bro.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean it's not for everybody, but I just think you have a lot of talent, and I think you'll be
Thank, I appreciate it. Yeah, because I'm like you. I don't give up. I'm
yeah.
very I don't care what anyone says. I've been doing this now for probably over 10 years now, and I love it. Like regardless of money or I mean, I
That's,
keep a day job. I got the
yeah.
day job, and when the
And you
real
keep
money
going after
comes,
it.
yeah, like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't explain to it, and I tell anyone that if it's not a true passion and if you're all about the money up front, forget about it.
That's so
But
important. That's so true. Excuse me, I'm just
yeah.
in my phone.
But how's it been for you though? 'Cause I know you've been going back and forth. How those plane rides been? Because I got it. You got to be nerve wracked. I'm sure.
Man, the plane rides has not been bad at all.
Really?
Actually,
Okay.
people say that, um, and I think it has more to do with the fear of all of it that's going on. Like, I understand that first of all, it's a real thing, but just taking the natural precautions that you can, keeping your hands clean, not putting your hands in your mouth and face, staying your distance from people that you don't know.
Yeah.
Um, trying to be mindful of germs. I actually had a respiratory infection last summer,
Okay.
and my son was at this basketball camp, and the young lady was a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me about getting in the bed with your clothes on, your outside clothes on, taking showers, putting your hands in your face, and your not keeping them clean. She was telling me about this respiratory infection because I
Yeah.
had, and so she gave me all of these things, and it's crazy that months later or earlier the next year the coronavirus happens. It's a respiratory, it attacks your respiratory, and all the things they were asking me not to do is the same thing she was telling me. And it wasn't
Crazy.
obviously yeah. So I was already kind of practicing those habits early on for that reason because I was just miserable with this respiratory infection. So traveling's been cool, man. Even if I have to sit next to somebody, I got the mask on, I'm clean. Of course, they're not coughing or doing nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
just doing as best as I can, man. And what was important to me, man, is to understand that life has to go on.
Yeah.
I have purpose to get to, and that what's for me is for me, and obviously take it serious and take the proper precautions. But I'm not gonna sit down and just let it win and be
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't be great no more. I just gotta sit here and wait for the world to tell me it's okay to go again. No, I just like, what can I do to be productive in this space?
Yeah.
What can I write? What can I create? What haven't I touched and set on the shelf that I can pick back off the shelf and tend to it now? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what I've been doing.
But that's good to know because I've been so like a couple friends were like, "Yo, just come out back to LA, just stay at my crib. Like, I got you. Like, even though it's all craziness, like we'll be in the house. We got enough. Like, you could do." I'm like, "Yeah, I know," but I just kind of been nervous. I really haven't talked to enough people to kind of see people going back and forth. Where I'm like, "Oh, do I do it? Do I not?"
I've been back and forth twice
Twice.
or
Okay.
three. Wait, was it one? Yeah, twice. I was going to
Twice?
say 3 times, but it'll be 3 times in 2 weeks.
3 times. But no, I want to ask you too. Like, you've been in LA now for a minute.
Yeah.
What did you
Oh,
think?
four.
Because Chicago's so like we're city boys. We're not like LA's. Don't get me wrong. I like the vibe. I like there's the networking and there's
That's it.
people. I met so many people in those 7 months of living out there than I have in probably my whole Chicago lifetime.
Yeah.
Between the parties and the events and the
Yes.
random little get-togethers that
That's the
people.
reason why you go. That's the only reason I
Yeah.
went. Yeah.
But how was it for you, like, just getting out there and getting used to it first?
Um, I guess what was important to me was just what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
So it was less about feeling comfortable. I also left at such a young age that I didn't get a certain level of stability
Yeah.
before I left. So that's different. At the time of life, you can transition that you're used to a certain thing and you have a certain norm.
Yeah.
So to really, I was too young to have developed that yet. So for me, it was different. But I think just moving out there, I understood it was for those reasons: the
Hmm.
network, the place, and using those things to get to the goal that I had in mind. And it wasn't about any of the other factors that made sometimes feel uncomfortable because
Yeah.
there's no place like Chicago. Let's be
Yeah.
clear. You're not
The
gonna eat.
food. I would say the food,
You already know that's where I was gonna go. There's no
man.
place like home, bro. So that being said, it wasn't about that. It was just
Yeah.
I've stayed going home a lot for sure. But I understood why I was there. People always ask me, man, how you like LA? I said, other than the weather and my career, I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So,
not.
so, so for me, it's not about any of the other elements. It was just about I'm here for a reason. I'm here for with a goal in mind, and I'm going to do what it needs to be done to get to that goal.
Yeah.
That's all that I could see. So, as it relates to the people being flaky, people, just the whole, just how it is. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've experienced it instantly when you
Oh
came.
my God. My first party, I just seen the eyes on me and I'm like, damn, it's really. Or, the thing look, they always say this about LA, like, oh, so what do you do? That
Yeah,
is real.
that's such a thing,
Every
bro.
single person.
Everybody.
And I'm like, damn, the stereotype is so true. Like,
Hmm.
it,
That's a real thing, bro. I've
between
never.
that, between that and them going out at 6 in the afternoon, I it's insane to me. I'm like, yo, I go out at like midnight in Chicago. I get up at 11 from a nap and start getting dressed, and then I'm out by
They
midnight,
shut
12:30.
down. Yeah, because the world shuts down there. So
Yeah,
it's a different world, bro. It really is. So I think that for me, it was just about what I was trying to get to, and it's
yeah,
always been about that. And I always, and this is how I just apply my life. Like, if it's not helping me get to the goals I have in mind, then I don't give it. I don't give it any energy.
yeah.
And and of course, that's easier said than done, 100%. But
Hmm.
I think once you start working and practicing that habit, it becomes easier and easier. And what's important stays in front of you, and what is this or that. I got things that irritate me and makes me uncomfortable in life all the
Yeah.
time. But the less energy I give it, the better I'm able to kind of, like if you're working
Hmm.
out and like, ooh, that burn, but you're like, I'm trying to get to that body. If you keep that in your mind,
Yeah.
that burn becomes less and less. It's still burning,
It's a
but
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
but you know where you're trying to get to, and it pushes you past that point that you would not necessarily go past.
yeah,
And so I just want, I'm right now, like, it gets tiring, man. I'm just be honest with you. I ain't even said this, but like in this career, I'm 18 years in, and the
yeah.
success that I'm recently getting, people are like, ooh. I'm like, y'all know I've been doing this for 18
I was gonna
years.
say, yeah, you've been doing this. It's not
I'm like, think about time. Something happened, right?
exact.
It ain't like, yeah, look at me. No, I'm like, thank God. I didn't know if this, I didn't know if this was for me almost like,
Well, yeah, because we're our own worst enemy, really, and in our head, especially like you said, when you're alone, you're like, damn, is this all worth it? Like, I'm
you
spending my
battle.
last dollar. I'm eating
Right.
ramen noodles. I'm like, it's real. You know what I'm
It's a
saying? But
real, man, it's so real. It's a real, but I learned one thing that I will never lose, man. I'll tell anybody, and it's a scripture. It just says, the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one that endureth to the end. And I truly believe that some people give up right before it's about to break. And
Yep.
I mean, I see it so much, man. And it's a real thing. It's a feeling. It's a real depression. It's a real, like,
Yep.
I'm down here, man. I'm by myself. I'm this, I'm that. And it's a real emotions that's so heavy on you. And I just want to encourage, man, anybody, including myself, like, man, if you can get past that breaking point, it gets better, bro. It gets better. And people like, man, I've been at that breaking point and back again. And I
Yep.
would just say, it ain't over. Come on, keep going. And I mean, I've been to LA since '04.
Yeah.
I moved out to LA. I've seen Tiffany Haddish in the club. Me and her, she like, yeah, I'm living in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. So for me to see, I got a vivid memory of me and Tiffany chopping it up outside the club. Me and Tiffany see each other. Kevin was not living in his car, right? He was working about the
Yeah.
time I moved out there, but he wasn't Kevin.
Yeah.
So to see these people and to change and interact with them on a regular, and then to see their careers go from one place to another, and then to see the people that were on go from one place to another,
Yep.
I understand that it's a journey, it's a marathon, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned about this industry and entertainment and life. In some ways, it's a marathon, and when you understand it's a long thing, you start getting so caught up with what's not happening right
Exactly.
now. Because it's
Yep.
not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen.
When? Exactly.
You know what I'm
People don't
saying?
get that. They want everything, I'm gonna start in January, it's gonna be popping by December. Nah.
Not going to happen, bro.
That's not even a quarter of the journey. That's literally like 1%.
You ain't even started.
Exactly. You're just getting your feet wet.
Yeah.
But, I want to do an opposite approach. I want to start with the music.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, Conquer Goliath. One thing, it's so funny I had this conversation 2 days ago with another interview with a singer. And I feel like it's not done enough. And she was saying the same thing. I'm so happy you made music because I feel like we used to have it. Maybe we have it every now and then. But we don't have music like that. Like the song Champion. That is like a song that helps me. The whole album does. But I'm saying like that song in particular. Like when you're down and out, you need them songs to like
pick you up.
You do, because I be in my head so much. I mean, I be literally like making myself more depressed than what I am because you just think so much, and music is really one of the true things that like helps me. If it wasn't for music, I don't think I could probably be doing what I still do.
Bro, you're gonna have me cry, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's exactly why I did the album, bro.
I'm so happy you did, and every song is like meaningful. It's not. Because everyone does what's popping, on TikTok or, the trap music or want to be something there. But like that, it's needed. I feel like it's like so necessary, man, especially in this industry. Like
I needed it myself, and that's why I created it. I felt like it's funny. I was listening to Keep Running yesterday. That's one of my songs I play in my head. I love Champion. That's one. I have 3 on there. It's Keep Running, Conquer Goliath, and Champion. And those
I like Go Get It too.
Go Get It is so dope. Thank you.
Yes.
I come from a Christian background. And I shouldn't say come from because I'm still very much so a Christian in that faith. But the inspiration that comes from church and what it was supposed to be, I'm like, well, what about the person that ain't in church? What do they listen to? What do they? Because it's some records like the Drake song, I Just Wanna Be Successful. Like, I've never heard an album that's just like that, about that motivation. Like, I'm trying to go after my dreams. And so I was watching Guava Island. And seeing, he's an actor, he's a stand-up comedian, he has all these talents. And I was like, man, I never saw, because when I thought about artists, I think about Chris Brown, I think about Usher. I don't dance, I don't do all that. I don't do any of that. Right? But I have a heart to encourage because I feel like I've always needed it. I've always felt like the underdog my whole life. I've never been the one that people was rooting for and looking to win ever in my life, right? I was always the person that people counted out, and it was just like, and so as my journey has navigated, I've seen that I believe there's, I don't know if you know about the scripture, the David scripture, like basically David's father, King David of the Bible, his father was told by a prophet, like, hey, one of your sons is going to be king. His father had like 11 sons, and he went and got all the other kids except David, because all of them were more big in stature.
Mm-hmm.
And David was just out there with the goats and the herd and whatever, they didn't get him. And I always felt like that. And I just believe that there's so many of those people, more of those people in the world. I think it's more of those people than it is the people that's getting all the shine. It's more of the everyday people like, well, what's my identity? Who am I? Am I meant to be great? And nobody's ever told me that. So how do I identify that within myself? And you get what I'm saying? Like, I think so many of us are troubled with that on a daily basis. And I just felt like I was one of those people. And I wanted to recall the record. I don't know if you listen to Over, but the song Over speaks about having these dreams. And every time I wake up, I'm back to reality. Nobody cares about me. Nobody knows me. I'm just, and not that I'm looking for somebody to know me, but I'm looking to be great in my
It's not
gift,
that. Mm-hmm.
which brings that along. And I love that song because it really shows you, like, sometimes your dreams is actually more real. If you believe them, it'll come to pass.
You
So
have
that
to believe in it.
record, yeah, bro. So that record was just inspired by me, just really sharing a piece of me, bro. And I want to do more of it. And so I'm just grateful to have people like, because you, again, that's a vulnerable part of me. I'm like, I'm a sing.
Exactly.
You sing? Oh, yeah, and and you gonna sing about this? Nobody want to hear that. Like, these are the thoughts that's coming in my mind. Nobody.
Well, because that's how the public is, and anyone you talk to in the industry, we got to do what's popping. It's like, no, you don't. Do what's true to yourself. Like, and people don't do that enough. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You may make your first million, and then you broke in a year, and you back living in your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't get that, but I'm so happy you did that. Like,
man, thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, because like that music's not done enough, and that really gets me through. Like, a lot, I listen to more older songs. People used to have messages like that, but today you put on the radio, it's just not. People don't want to hear that, and it's sad because people need to hear that. I feel, especially anyone that has a dream or going after something.
Man, which is almost everybody should be. Most of us.
It should be everyone. Exactly. Everyone should have a dream in their life, no matter what. No one should settle for anything less. But you've been busy. Like, since, what was it? Last year you did the whole Crew is Stupid tour.
Yes, last summer.
Yeah, last summer you did that. I mean, and it's one thing I'm so happy about this quarantine, which I'm really happy it highlighted this past week for you on the CW. It brought back a film that was already, your special that was already premiered.
And that was so special.
And that's super dope, because it's so funny it happened like that, because I was thinking that, like, yo, they need to show some great specials that might not have been highlighted enough or shown enough to the masses, because, you could watch it on, Prime or, any online.
But you got to find it. You got to fall into it.
Exactly. You got to fall into it, or someone tells you. But to have it on a major network like the CW, which is every race, every culture, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how did it feel?
A dream come true.
Yeah.
A dream come true. And sometimes it's funny how your dreams come true, but they never come true exactly how you thought it would be.
Yeah.
I remember asking BT, trying to get TV One, trying to get Bounce TV to show my special, and to see that I was dreaming too small,
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As the scripture said, you do exceedingly abundantly all the things you can think or act like. So, I just feel like a dream come true, bro. I can't even, words can't express something to believe in and to continue to work to it and know that you did it on faith. Didn't no entity come and say, hey, we're going to give you X amount of dollars to do your film.
Mm-hmm.
This is me saying, I believe I'm ready, and putting together what I felt, working the little things I had and making it come to, and believing that it can come to pass, and seeing it. And then it's like, I directed that. I did that. And that's where it landed. What?
That's bigger than all of them. You were saying. The CW, like, that's huge. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and like I gotta say, that special, my favorite is the crackhead segment. I was dying.
You're from Chicago, of course.
It's so true, and I'm just like every time I watch it, that's my favorite. The crackhead one is the best, because it's point, period, perfect. If you live in Chicago, at least you have seen that at every grocery store, or like the when you said what was the part? You were like, there were two of them. You're like, yo, I got him for sale. And
oh yeah, the crackhead trying to sell you another crackhead.
I was not, because that's some stuff I never forget. I was on Michigan Avenue crossing the bridge, and remember that the Wrigley building's right there, and there used to be that McDonald's behind it.
Yeah.
The bum approached me on the bridge, and I didn't give him nothing. He followed me into McDonald's. I was with like 3 friends. I had like a 20-piece chicken nugget. He came out of the bathroom, ran up to my table, stole a chicken nugget, and ran. And he said, "That's what you get." I was like, man, but that's why it related.
That's hilarious.
I'll never, and all my friends were dying, laughing, like, "Damn, Nick, he told you." And I'm like, damn, he just jacked my chicken nugget. Like, I was like looking at my friend or talking to him, but that segment was no. This is what I give you if you're around White Sox Park. I had this made for you. You got to pick it up.
What?
Yeah, so you got to pick it up, bro. I was going to do an in-person interview, but I was like, hey, it's a good time. So it's a pillow.
What is that?
It's a pillow.
Wow.
And it's double-sided. So, yeah, you want to pick it up, let me know.
I'm in Chicago, so I'm coming to get it this weekend.
Yeah, let me know. Literally, like, I'm right off the 35th. Yeah, let me know. But, because that, like I said,
never mind.
Yeah, that special was dope. I'm so happy, like, and I like that you didn't make it so G-rated, but you didn't make it so where you couldn't play it on everyday television, which was super dope. I love that.
Right. Man, first of all, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. That's so special, bro.
Yeah, I work with this dude that makes pillows. He's called That Pillow Guy. He's actually based in Chicago, but in Vernon Hills.
Okay.
And I try to get something made for every guest, especially in person. Like right now, I can't because how am I gonna get it? But if you're in Chicago, we're good.
It works. Right.
Exactly. But other things I want to talk about. You've been on, like, I feel like it's an honor too. You've been on like every network recently. Netflix, BET Plus. I mean, Amazon. How does it feel like? Because I feel like before, back in the day, you couldn't be on like
a lot of different networks
at one time because your contract was, if you were BET, that's all you're doing right now. Like, that's your demographic. That's what you're gonna stay with. Or you're on Netflix. Yeah, that's how they play you because they want you to them. Yeah.
For sure, bro. First of all, thank you. I feel very blessed. That's how I feel. Just feel blessed and fortunate. Obviously, content is so many different ways to watch it and so convoluted. It's just so much of it that I think they had to give you flexibility because, they want you to be as popular as possible. So when you come to a platform, you can bring as big of an audience to that platform as possible. But, man, being on part of to be on Netflix, because initially that show wasn't going to even be on Netflix. It was supposed to be on the History Channel.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was good. Netflix. That was a good pickup.
Yeah, and it came out like almost 2 years later. I did that when that came out. It was like 2 years ago from the.
Yeah, like you said, you almost forget about it because you
I
got
did
to the next thing.
I did. I totally forgot about it. Totally forgot about it. And it's just a blessing how things came all out together. It was just like things happened together. Like I didn't know the CW thing was going to happen, and so all of these things happening together. But I feel very blessed, man, and fortunate, and just it's a true testament of when you work hard and you believe, it will come true. And it just like I can really tell people with all the confidence, like no, it can happen for you. Like I'm not talking sideways. Whatever you're dreaming, whatever you're working towards, whatever you believe in, it will come to pass for real. This ain't no joke. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I was just like, it's unfortunate. It was my cousin, actually. I was just saying how we've always been discouraged. And they didn't mean any harm, but boy, that's just a dream. Boy, you need to go and get you this, that, and the third, or you need to do this. And you stop dreaming. You stop believing that this big thing could come to pass because it's so far-fetched and you can't calculate how it all comes together. And so you just give up on it. And you don't even know that very thing is for you. That very thing is already made for you, and it's just waiting for you to believe it's there and to work towards it. It's already there. So, man, I just feel like I got so much more to go. So I think some parts of me, I don't get as excited because I'm always looking forward. It's kind of like you climbing up the mountain and I see the top. So I get on one level. They're like, oh, you made it here. I'm like, Yeah, that's nice. But I gotta get,
Yeah.
I got more to go to. Like,
Yes.
what you here? I'm like, I can't get too happy here. I gotta go. So,
That's so
but
true. Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of happens a lot. I feel the same way about myself because I'm always, everyone's like, yo, just live in the moment for a little. I'm like, no, no, no. I gotta, if this is, I got gold, I need to get higher than gold now. Like, it, but I think it's a good thing. I feel like you never give
yeah,
up and you're always looking,
forward. Yeah, shout
you're
out to
always looking forward.
My boy Teron on here. Shout out to him. He's an amazing stand-up comic.
Is it okay? I'm check them out.
Yeah,
But
please do.
yeah, I definitely. But I want to talk about Bruh
Okay.
because man, Bruh is awesome. I love that it intertwines comedy with also real life because that's so much. I mean, you playing John. I mean, you going through some tough stuff with your cousin and everything that's, I don't
Some
want to
real
say too
life stuff that
much.
people going through. Yeah.
Exactly, because that's stuff going on in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much because I want people to watch it. But
Yes.
and you need to bring your mom Alice on tour for like a segment or something, and you could just dialogue because y'all two, man, y'all just need an episode of just you two, just I don't know what, but y'all are classic as mom and mother and son.
My
Like
son. Yep.
it
No, I agree with you. And she sings too.
does. Oh my god, man! How
Bro,
was it though? Because like, did you get to film that on Tyler Perry's new studio?
I did. I did and work with Mr. Tyler Perry every day. I
That's
got to
awesome.
work with him every day, man. It was such an honor. The studio was just inspirational, man. My dream is to have my own film studio, Only Believe Studios, and to see what empire he's built there, and to be honored to work with him every day and to see how he works and puts together. I can't even put it in words how grateful I am for the
Yeah,
opportunity, bro. The show, also to be blessed to be a part of a show where all the cast really gets along in real life, because you hear
yeah,
so much
because
about
that's rare.
that's super rare.
Super
You
rare.
playing friends and y'all really friends now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We was talking earlier on the group text message. So, but yeah, bro was definitely a blessing. I'm excited because we filmed it so fast. I'm like, every time I'm watching an episode, I'm kind of in for a treat too because I forgot.
yeah, yeah. No, it's like I wish they were even longer episodes.
I know,
I
I
was like,
know.
damn. But the good thing was, if you haven't watched it, you can watch it one after another. Like,
It
because what
feels
tonight?
good.
Yeah, tonight's what episode 10.
11. We're on
Is it
11.
11?
Yeah. Yesterday,
Oh yeah,
11
because that
came out.
came out. What has come out like Thursday night?
Thursdays. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I got to catch up on 10 and 11. I'm gonna watch, but I always try to wait for 2 so I could.
Knock 2 out.
It's longer, so because when I watch only 20 minutes, I'm like, damn, I wish it was longer. Like, and y'all leave some cliffhangers on it too, so I'm like,
Yeah, you
damn,
good for
okay,
those cliffhangers. Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like that too. They be too short for me too. So I totally get it. Like I'm glad when they, especially they spoiled, they dropped like 3 or 4 the first time.
uh-huh,
I was like, I wish they would drop 2 at a time.
yeah. I want to ask you, how many episodes is it in total?
24.
Okay. That makes me happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
was nervous it was only going to be like, because
Yeah.
usually what seasons are what, like 10 or
10 or
12?
12. Yeah.
That's like but they're usually like maybe an hour. But I wasn't sure because it's the first season. You know how play companies are. You never know. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know though. It's 20. Okay, I'm good now. I'm really good. I'm even more happy with bro.
Yeah, they're supposed to take a break, a mid-season break. I don't know why they're doing that on the streaming platform. We're supposed to have like 3 more episodes, and they're gonna take like a few week break and then air the next 12 episodes.
That's
So,
dope.
so yeah,
Well, it's perfect timing right now with quarantine. It really is because I've
right.
been catching up on stuff I never watched and stuff I've been wanting to watch, and
It's a lot to watch.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a lot to watch. But also too, I feel, how does it feel to know, like, you the next one, like you you got that next spot, like
I
you
think that
on your way, like how
it's
does it?
funny you say that. I do believe that.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
I believe that. I felt it way before this moment.
Yeah.
I wrote it down in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I have it written down actually. Um, something God showed me. But anyway, I don't want to get weird. Um, um, it's exciting and scary at the same time, right? Because you don't know
Yeah.
what to expect. You want to be prepared for whatever opportunities come your way. I don't ever want to squander or waste the opportunity and the platform that I get. I want to be effective.
Hmm.
I think Jamie Foxx said this on a documentary a long time ago, and he said that everybody gets a shot. Everybody has their moment. Everybody gonna have a moment if they stay,
Yeah.
you know, diligent at it. And he's like, it's what you do. And he said one day you're gonna be that dude. Like, remember that dude? Remember, what was his name? That dude. I saw Bobby Brown that was saying that, and it made me laugh. Not at Bobby, but at the concept of how
Yeah.
big Bobby Brown was. I was like, wait, that was and I couldn't think of his name. That's Bobby Brown. But it made me laugh. I'm like, oh shoot, like he was the guy. And so everybody's gonna go and they're gonna kind of settle out. And so I think how it makes me feel is just that I want to be effective. I want to do what I'm meant to do. I want to treat people well. So at
Hmm.
every place, if anybody had anything to say, I don't even want them to say, oh, he was so funny, he was so talented. I want them to say, man, he gave me something that was of value that I could apply to my life, or
Hmm.
he treated me well, or I just want some of that to be said. Like he had substance about him and it helped me in some way in my
Yeah.
life. And my life is better because of something, you know. And so that's what I would like. You know what I mean? That's what I would
Yeah.
like to be.
Well, no,
So
I see. Like, I can't wait. I know it's just a matter of time before you hosting the Grammys, the Oscars.
see that.
I could see the VMAs, BET Awards. I mean, like how Kevin Hart had like the stadium tour. I could see that. Like your special.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, like it's just a matter of time because you just got it. Like
Thank you.
you got that it factor, and a lot of people. Yeah, like there are a lot of people. I'm not just saying that to say that. Like I'm very particular of who I just, there's just like that it factor I feel with certain people, and you got it. Like it just, you've
Thank
been,
you.
like you said, you've been working hard on it. It's not like, and that's what I hate when people say, I can't stand when people say, oh, it was easy for them. I'm like, no, it wasn't. But you don't even know what they did before, or if before they had a publicist or a manager, when it was just them. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
right. I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
And
people
thank
don't
you.
get it.
They don't. And you know what? Don't worry about them. Don't
Yeah,
worry about. I don't even worry about them getting it no more. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
yeah,
You will see in time. Time. My mentor, he's my pastor. He told me something real dope. He said sometimes, Barry, I used to be so aggressive and passionate about getting my point. Like sometimes you just gotta let time prove you right.
yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let time prove you right. And so, hey, Rashad, yeah. And I was I'm about that. First of all, and thank you, man. Thank you. The it factor, you know, it's something I always hoped I had.
Yeah.
Prior to being in this, now having a platform, starting to get things going. Like looking at Martin, looking at Eddie Murphy, looking at Jamie Foxx, looking at Chris Tucker, looking at all of these people who I felt
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
Something special about them. Like I was watching House Party the other day with Martin. House Party 2 or 3. I was watching 2. I watched all 3 of
Hmm.
them, but I was seeing how funny. I was like, he had it. He wasn't the star at all, but
Yeah.
when he spoke, when he had a moment in a scene, it was just special, and you could see
Yes.
it. And I always prayed and hoped that I would have that. I didn't just want to be regular. I wanted to be special. I wanted to be great. I wanted to leave a mark. You know what I'm saying? So when people say that, I don't take it lightly. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. I'm grateful.
No, yeah, because it's not like you were saying about like Kevin Hart, how he same thing. Like people were making a joke out of Soul Plane. Soul Plane is still one of my favorite movies since day one. I seen it,
Funny.
one of the funniest, and people are like, it's so stupid. I'm like, but nah, it's that it factor, and y'all weren't even watching for Kevin at that time.
Yep. He wasn't
People
even.
brushed that movie off like it was a blockbuster bust. I
No,
watch that movie at least once a month, and that
that's
like,
funny money. I mean, that's a funny movie. It's very
it's a funny movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I die
It has
laughing
so
every
many great
time.
elements in it, and so many great talented people too. And
Yeah,
Kevin killed it. He carried it for sure.
yeah, but like people don't get that. But I wanted to ask you too about your family. They've
Yeah.
been with you, your kids, your wife. Just your relatives. how has it been for them seeing your progression? Because you said, I feel like family, my parents, my, sisters, they support me, but I always feel like as though they think it's maybe not going to happen, or like, you better have a plan B. And I'm like, no, there's no plan B. Like,
There is no plan B.
exactly.
Plan A is going to work.
Yes. Plan
Let
A
them
is
know
all,
that.
there's no other letters in the alphabet for me. It's just the first
Hey,
letter, and that's it. But how's it been for you with family, and just really, how are they like taking it? Just you working it? Because it's a
thank
lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And my perception of how they taking it is happy.
Yeah.
I think they're very happy. I think they're very encouraged. I think a lot of them are inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Just like really, I think some people like, oh, like my mother is talented, my dad's talented. Make them want to act.
Yeah.
It was funny. My mom was like, "Shoo, I can act." And my mom is hilarious. My mom is hilarious. But she's like, I let her do it. I have a sketch with her and my stepfather online, and she can act. She's hilarious. I think
Yeah.
I think I got it from her. But I think my career definitely just inspires them. My mother, it's nothing like making your mother proud.
Yeah.
It's nothing like your mother saying, I didn't do too bad.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent myself, I think that I love to see her happy. I love to see that I did something that like makes her say, man, I did all right. If I don't do nothing else, who I raised was a good person. And I think my mom feels that way about me. And she often says that my mom gave me the greatest compliment I think a son could ever hear. My mom didn't have her father in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And she came and told me, and this wasn't even about my career. It was just
Yeah.
about me. And she's like, I didn't have a father. And if I wish that you were my father. My mother told me that.
Yeah. That means a lot.
Man, I said, what? She's like, I wish I had a father like you. I wish you were my father. You did. She was complimenting me. It was such a high level compliment that I was just like, I don't ever think you can. The woman that raised you tells you that. I don't know
Yeah.
what else. I don't know. I can die now. Like,
Yeah. You can't really top that. That's
I don't
like,
know how you do that. Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Jeff,
ultimate
call
compliment.
Max.
Like you said, you're her son.
Yes,
But
I'm sorry.
oh,
Can
you're
you call
good.
Smash real quick?
But
My
to
friend
wrap up, I
calling
don't
me.
want to take all your time. I know you're busy. I know it's the holiday weekend. People's
I'm
out
just
there.
gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna
You're
go move.
But I want to wrap up. What do you have coming up? Because I'm sure you've had a lot of projects done, or in the works right now, and everything's kind of, you don't know what's coming out because no one's really, everything's on conference, Zoom calls and Instagram calls, and it's all this crazy
Yeah,
stuff we don't know of.
right.
But what's coming up for you?
Yeah. When the world opened back up, we supposed to be filming the second season of Games People Play. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
that's exciting. And then I produced a show, All Star Weekend, called The Next Generation of Stand Up, and it's
yeah,
kind of
at the Sabo, right?
yeah, do Sabo, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm in post production with that. And so, that's like a new style Def Comedy Jam on the cleaner side, but
Hmm. Yeah.
um, trying to shop that to some platforms. So hopefully BT Plus is looking to review it, and hopefully you can see that really soon. So that's what I'm working on as of right now. And then I'm working on a feature that hopefully we'll be able to film if we can before the if this doesn't lock us down throughout
Yeah.
the year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but Barry, I want to wish you all the best of luck, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time. Like I said, I know you're busy. I know,
Oh man, it's not a
you know,
problem.
you know, I appreciate it. Stay safe. Hit me up. Let me know when I pick this up. I got you. It's super dope. You got
Hey,
like,
this weekend, for real. First
yeah,
off,
let me
thank
know.
you.
Whatever day you want to come, just shoot me a text.
Serious.
I got you. Like, I'm right off the 35th, right by White Sox Park.
I
So
know
not far.
exactly where you at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you this weekend and definitely connect, man. Thank you again for having me, man. Hope we
No,
can do it again, man. Let's chop it up out for here about some
yeah,
other stuff, bro. So I appreciate you.
definitely. I appreciate you too, bro. Stay
Yeah.
safe. Have a good weekend. And yeah, hit me up.
You too. Be safe out here.
Okay, thanks, bro.
All right, bro. I'll see
Appreciate
you
you.
soon. Peace.
Okay, peace.